Alongside Greg Olson, I'm Mike Tirico, and this is Ryan Fitzgerald. He's got the ball on the tee. Off we go from Kansas City. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down to shot. Of the 25-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Ncaa. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
You spend all week on your opening script. What are the plays that allow you to find a rhythm and have some early success offensively? Well, in this case, that first play you drawn up sent you going back the wrong direction. How does that change this play caller's approach to the ground game going forward?
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's caught. It's Xavier Worthy. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, KC.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
16 more yards.
That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A 1st down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Mahomes on 1st down. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout.
Ready.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now the first carry for Chuba Hubbard. Room to run at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but they move it down to the 25-yard line. A big play for the Panthers. And even 50 yards.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
Set. Yellow, 22.
On 1st and 10, it's a handoff. Wait a minute, it's a reverse. And he's out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal. For the moment, there is a flag on the field. This one is coming back.
Come on, 38. Let's go. Red, set.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Ready?
Now Young gonna keep it himself. A dive, but he's hit, and the ball's out. It looks like the Chiefs have it, and it is Kansas City ball.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit. And that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority and it cannot be stressed enough.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
10 at the 26-yard line.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Exiting the pocket right. Now he takes off. You can't beat a running quarterback. Gain of 16 and a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. To throw is Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Worthy. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Hit as he He throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On third down, Mahomes. Open man, that's the tight end, Gray. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Yellow.
They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5.
Fight on these two. Fight on these two. Hero 15.
Throwing is Mahomes. Rice open. He's got it. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Yellow.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mahomes. That is hot. He gets the hookup with Rice. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To throw is Mahomes. Moving to his right. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect, and it falls incomplete. Noah Gray, the tight end, was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a 2nd down. The Panthers will take their first timeout, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chili up. Yeah, I admit that. They blacked out. They blacked out.
Yellow.
Right back to the air for Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Worthy. And he is out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Good blocking, and he's in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, KC. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs move out on top, 14-0. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on.
There's a give left side for Hubbard. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Very good throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. Yellow, 22. Sharp, 17. Hut.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
Let's not lose sight of just what a good open field tackle that was. I mean, yes, it results in a big gain. But, Mike, if that safety doesn't make that tackle, he's gone.
Go, 10. Yellow, 43. Ready?
On 1st and 10, here's Young. He'll throw complete to Chuba Hubbard. And he'll get about 3 as he's forced out of bounds.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6.
Green jack. Ready.
From the gun, it's Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Set, hut. 50, green. Set.
Out of the shotgun, Young. That's to the left side, hauled in by Legette. And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the double.
2nd down, they need 7.
Clock. Set. Ready. Red. 38. Set.
We're going to run right over center with Hubbard. Iomatic only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Ready.
Important one here. Want to keep this drive moving. Got to pick up 3rd and 4. Here's a design. Oh, a loose football. And Fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. He'll wind up getting enough to pick up the first down.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment.
Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. Now from the 9, it'll be second and goal.
Black, 95. White, 97. Ready?
Now Young. And he'll take it on in. Cuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Carolina. Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers are on the board. It's now 14-7. Looking to double up here. Score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. That's complete left side to Worthy. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
A gain of 9 brings up second and
Throwing that, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. And he will score. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Chiefs. That's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Butker's extra point is good, and the Chiefs will take a 21-7 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, here's Xavier Leggett. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at
The Panthers, they're going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Trouble, 38. Here we go. Black 40. 22 needle. Set.
play action. Young. He's going to let this one go deep. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Jaden Hicks.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This is fielded inside the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Set punt. 33, yellow. Yellow. Hey, full fury. Smash, red.
On first down is Young. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Tenero McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Let's go now. 10 black. Ready?
Back to the air, it's Young. He'll get this complete. It's Jimmy Horn Jr. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. It's a Carolina first down.
First and 10. The 44-yard line.
Let's go. 60 red. 60 red. Set cut.
Young quickly out till he gets. And he's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 46-yard line.
from the 46. Here's 2nd and 8.
Down. Right. 90. Ready.
Here's Young. He'll get that to his tight end. That's Ja'Tavion Sanders. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
Plenty of room after that catch. Big gainer of 23.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 50. Green. Drill. 52. Cut.
To throw, Young. And that is incomplete.
The sideline erupted. They thought that was an easy 6, but instead, it was nothing but disappointment. I mean, that is a gut-wrenching missed opportunity for the offense, and he has his head down just in disbelief.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Set. Yellow. 40. Ready.
On the give, it's Hubbard. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Now after the play, looks like we have an injury for one of the Chiefs. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. .21 is the line to gain as we hit 3rd down.
Here we go. Blue. 32. Drill. Green. Hut.
Here's Young. That's caught inside by Pittman on the slant. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make.
The field goal unit staying put. They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he will slide down, but he knew exactly where he needed to get to, and he got there. And he got the 1st down.
I love this call on 4th down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big 1st down.
52. Blue.
On 1st down, it is Hubbard. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
97.
The motion man is Sanders.
Ready?
They'll go again with Hubbard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Ready, set.
They've moved the ball well here, but now face 3rd and 2.
Set, hut. Hut, hut.
Now this looks like a design run. And he's going to have the 1st down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
Nice run right there. You get down here into the red zone area, Mike, and yards are hard to come by. He's able to stick his head in there and sets him up for 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Ready.
McMillan, the man in motion. The RPO. That one is complete. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
It's back at the 8 now for second and goal.
Let's go now. 30 seconds.
There's a handoff to Hubbard. And he will power his way into the end zone. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
First down throw, Mahomes, flushed to his right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. On second down, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy.
I'll tell you what, Mike, with this guy's speed, he's not an easy target to overthrow. So that's one of those where they're telling this quarterback, throw it with everything you got. Just lay it out there. And more times than not, he's going to run under it. But in this case, just a little bit too much on it. He winds up overshooting his man.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Hey, we got to push it up. We got to push it up. We got to push it up.
Third and long for Mahomes. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Brings up fourth down.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Here's Mahomes. That's taken in, and he's going to get there. He's got the first down. Look, great awareness after the catch, he gets enough to move the chains.
First down.
Yellow.
First and 10 at the 30.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. To the left side in the hands of Rice. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Mahomes finding Rice for the Kansas City first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Yellow.
They'll look to throw again. The toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
Mahomes now to throw again. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
This is 3rd and 6. Right back to the air for Mahomes. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Chiefs first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Yellow.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9. Setting up second and short.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Hey, rip list. 180.
Here's a handoff to Chubb. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot. It's going to be enough to move the chains.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They'll drop to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
It's a gain of 21.
About 4 catches on this drive alone. Time to change the defense. This one gets him another first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard
Yellow,
line.
yellow.
This one caught it before. And he's in. Noah Graham. Touchdown, Kansas City. That his second TD catch of the season. The extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchdown. This is 1st and 10.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Young. Open man, downfield is Ncaa. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Panther first down.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Young to throw. He'll look deep for Pittman. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that final throw here is intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And the Chiefs are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game